My name is Geert Tap, and I come originally from the Netherlands, but have been living and working as a pastor and dean of men, and now as a chaplain here in England for the last 27 years. At the moment, I'm working as a chaplain in the town of Watford. I'm there the lead chaplain, which is an interdenominational charity. And so I have about 30 volunteers that are working with me to serve and to care for the community as chaplains as we walk through the streets. And that's the work that I do now, but I am also still very much an Adventist pastor. When I go into the street as a chaplain, I put on my vest and I have my t-shirt on, and on the back of my vest and t-shirt it says chaplain. And so people immediately will know, what am I doing out there in town? There's so many people that are searching, that are hungry for something that is more real, that is more giving hope, that gives them some kind of a goal, some new purpose in life, that gives them a sense of that they're worth, that they're being seen, that they're being acknowledged, and that they're not being judged. A couple of weeks ago, I'm just coming out of my office and I'm in need of a cup of coffee. So I go into Nero and I wait there in line. And as I wait in line, having my t-shirt on, someone tapped me on the shoulder. And he said, I'm so sorry, are you a priest? I said, yes, I am. I am a priest. Because in the end, it doesn't matter. I understand what he's asking. Are you a person that deals with spirituality? And he said, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my son. When he was 16, he started to have problems with his back, and they found out that his spine is actually doubling up. It's growing. A couple of years ago, he lost his sight. And so we are here to meet with the specialist every month. And then the specialist is trying to do some tests to see if they can help him. The son, actually, Nikolai, said, yeah, please join. So I'm introducing myself. My name is Geert. I'm a chaplain actually here in town. And I'm just here to just meet with people and have some time for a coffee. And then Nikolai said, well, you might have noticed I can't see you. I am blind. The beautiful thing was I was allowed to sit there for about an hour. The coffee got completely cold, but it was fine. But I learned the story of Nikolai and his father. And I learned that actually Nikolai had always loved Jesus when he was younger. But when he lost his sight and everything, he started to blame God. Yeah, because of this conversation. At the end, he actually said, would you be okay to pray for me and my dad? Because I would actually like to have the relationship with Jesus again as I used to have. I mean, and those are moments where I just feel like, that's why I do what I do. I don't know what it will be. I never know what the day will bring. But before I step out, I just pray to the Holy Spirit. Say, Holy Spirit, here I am. Show me what today may happen. And pretty much every day there's something that happens. Just a few weeks ago, we met with the police force who was out there because there were quite some issues with people very drunk in town. And we asked them, do you feel that what we do as charity with our chaplains, that it makes a difference? And the police themselves, who are not Christians, who said, we notice when your chaplains are not in town while we're out here. There is less peace. There's less a sense of, they said, we don't know what it is, but we know when your chaplains are here, we sense their presence and there's a sense of peace. And so it is in that way that I find the fulfillment in my calling, in our work. It's not so much that we have baptisms, but then I also know I would never convince anyone anyway. It's the Holy Spirit that convinces any person of the truth. And I'm so relieved these days in my new work, in my ministry. I can just pray to the Holy Spirit, say, Holy Spirit, show me today. And at the end of the day, when I go home, I said, thank you so much for what you did show me. And will you now continue to work on those people's hearts? And I can just leave it there. And I don't have to start worrying, will they ever make a decision for Jesus? Will they get baptized? I will pray for it. It is my hope and my wish. And with every person I meet, I hope that they get a little bit of a taste what Jesus would have been like. There is a song by Ray Boltz, and the song is called Thank You. And it's a song about a guy who goes to heaven. And as he comes to heaven, people in heaven are coming towards him and say, do you remember that day when you were coming to my school? You were a missionary, or you brought a missionary. And because of what that missionary shared, I'm today in heaven with you. So thank you. And another person in heaven comes to him and says, you remember that day when you just stopped in the street? I was not feeling well, but you just took a moment to just look after me. I said, are you okay? And I could tell that there was love in your eyes. And I knew that you somehow, and I asked you, why are you doing this? And you shared with me because I know someone who does it for me. And his name is Jesus Christ. He loves me and he loves you. And he said, because that moment that you shared with me, that's why I'm here today in heaven with you.